Alrighty, stream is live. I'll just confirm everything's correct. I've got to get Zerexa in the party because he wants to stream with me. I've already invited him. I don't see him. Not sure what he's doing. Alright, Zerexa's in. Right, just have.
Just making myself some food, so.
Yep, no, all good. I'm just going to let everyone know that I'm ready to go.
Alright. Well, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Yep, you're right, mate. All good. Alright, we're ready to go. So welcome everyone here to the Homestead 300 for the NASCAR series, PPRL. This is round 4. The first 3 rounds has been a clean sweep from Aiksu, but today he's also got himself pole and seems to be, well, in a pretty good position to take another win, but we'll see. There's still 16 drivers out there that are all very close together, so let's get things underway. Reconfirm that. Going to hit the spectate button. I just got to check to see who that isn't ready. Oh, it's Zerex. That doesn't matter. He can spectate whenever he wishes, so that's fine. And I think I'm in the spectate mode. Yep. All right. Let's get this started. Good luck to all involved today. We got Aiksu in P1, P2 we have Hawk, and P3 we have Deathbro. The guys that we expect at the front, both in qualifying and in race, are there and ready to hit it. Alrighty, so let's do it. Start the race. It's been an exciting one, honestly. It's really hard to pick, especially here at Homestead, because there's so much overtaking. Hopefully no wrecking, but usually there is wrecking because this is NASCAR. Just go out there, try your best, guys. Do your best. Just waiting for the game to load in properly. There we go. Cameras, because for some reason the game's not all that good at giving us proper replay cameras. At least for ovals. Heck, even on circuit, they're pretty average, to be honest. Walk is rocking a different scheme again. Almost every weekend he's got a different scheme. Jeez, careful. He's done himself out before starting. So, already looks like Browning's lagged out. Welcome back, Zerexa. We've got some. Oh, everyone's leaving. What's happened here?
I don't know.
Just give me a second. I got to check the chat. Some sort of big issue. It shouldn't be in best lap. They're saying it's in best lap. We'll back out and fix it. It shouldn't be in best lap. I definitely checked it. Okay, let me check again. Let me check this. Advanced rules. See, it didn't actually have that option before, but it is on here. Okay. That's very unusual. I definitely checked that before the race started, and it didn't even have the scoring options as a choice. But anyway, that's all set now. We're going to give this another try. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just check the grid to make sure it's correct. Oh, this game, I'll tell you what, does your head in sometimes. I'm just waiting on Wolverine to ready up, Kart, Raptor, Demonic, and Hitman. And I can hit the button and we can try this again. Well, that's good, actually. We're going to restart and we'll have our co-commentator here. Welcome along, Zerexa, to your first stream, mate.
I've been in one other before.
Oh, have you? Okay. There he is. He's hit the red button. I'll just make sure I'm in spectator. I'm in spectator. Alright, let's begin launch again. Who'd you pick today, Zerexa?
Going good.
I mean, who's your pick? Who do you think's going to win the race?
I would have to say my pick is probably... I don't even know. They're all putting down really fast times, so... I'll probably go with Browning for this one.
Yeah, he's definitely he's in need of a confidence boost, and he's here at least, so that's good to see. I'm going to go out on a limb today. I don't necessarily think he's going to win the race, but my really, I guess, crazy prediction would be Perush. He's been putting a lot of effort into PPRL lately, and he's been qualifying well. He finds himself starting in P5. Just keep an eye on him. You never know. He's got the strategy under him. He's in ABR. He could very well get the win today. We'll see.
Yep. It's all just a matter of clean racing and pretty much just holding your line with consistency.
Precisely. Going to go on board for the start with Wolverine. Got that evil skull on the front.
I'm on board with the 29 of Rogue Energy with Exiv.
Yeah, if you want to keep an eye on what's going on there, I'm going to keep looking backwards because that's usually where stuff happens.
Exact same thing I'm doing, spectating first, looking backwards.
Running into turn 1 now.
Yep, a couple of guys bumping back there, but you know, bumping is racing, so...
It absolutely is, especially in NASCAR and especially on ovals.
Yep.
We've got a car right at the back, seems to have been slowed down. I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure that is either, but I don't think he's going to be able to quite keep up with the pace here now that he's that far back.
Oh, he seems to have caught up. Oh, we've got 2 wide there on the entry of 1 and into 2 now. Got to be careful there on the exit.
Almost looked like 3 wide there for a second.
Yep. Oh, one car's way off. He needs to let off. Do not drop it down the inside there. 3 wide on the back. Oh, into the wall.
Oh, and that will bring out a caution.
It probably will.
Or at least it should.
Depending on the damage, if there's any damage. It didn't look like a hard hit. So they may still go green. No, they are caution. Yep.
Nope, they're bringing out the caution.
Yep. I'm not
I'll
sure.
say that looks like a hard enough hit into the wall where it would have given some type of damage.
Yeah, I think Reno, D-Dog, and Hitman were involved there.
I believe so, because it looked like the last 3 cars.
Yeah, not the best of starts, especially for Reno. He's not going to be very happy with that.
Yep. You know, it's like one thing that I noticed happening in practice too is that, you know, the faster guy would come upon a slower guy, and the faster guy wouldn't let off or anything. They'd come up on the slower guy's back bumper and then just take him out. So hopefully these guys remember that if they're faster, they need to let off more than take the other guy out.
Yeah, it seemed like at the back there, though, that was just a racing incident. There was nothing intentional there, just guys getting a bit too close and A bit too much touching. Need to keep their hands off each other. Or as they say.
Yeah, it almost looked like whoever was on the bottom came up a little bit to hit the guy in the middle, and that sent the guy in the middle up into the guy on top.
Yeah, D-Dog must have got the worst of it. Hitman as well, both involved.
Yeah.
Demonic down in 14th. I'm not sure what Demonic's doing, but he must have got caught up in it.
He's probably just... It's either that or he's going to let the chaos unfold in front of him and stuff and then try to pass by it all.
Let's go on board with P2 Hawk. We'll look backwards from there.
That is actually a very nice livery he has on there.
Yep, he makes his own liveries. He does quite a good job of it. Spotify this weekend. And we're green, green, green.
Yep.
Looks like Space Deer got another average start there on the inside, but no, he's okay. Oh,
And
Jaden's gone
four
all
wide?
4 wide,
Three
even
wide?
5 wide maybe there.
Jesus.
Yeah, they need to try.
That is not safe for Homestead.
No,
or
it's
any
not.
track.
And there we
We
go.
got a car going
Porsche is
sideways.
being pushed. No, he's all right. He's gathered. Oh, wow, that was a great
Yep,
gather by Porsche.
saved it.
What a great gather. He gathered that up. I don't know how he did it, but he did. Amazing. Let's go on board with
It's a lot of
Nation.
throttle control.
Oh, absolutely it is. That Space Deer. Who's that? Oh, there we go. Kart Racer. Porsche's all the way down on the yellow line, nearly under it. Goes underneath Space Deer.
Yeah, I just went on board with D-Dog, and he's falling to the back of the pack.
Looks like Demonic there's on the inside. P9 pushing up as well.
And we're 3 wide.
Browning and Jaden working together, it seems.
Yeah, the Hitman may have been involved in a little something there because he just got slowed down immensely.
Yes, it's his first race back after quite a long stint away. He hasn't really done a lot of races with PPRL really over a long period of time, so still cutting his teeth in this. But at least he made it into the race after qualifying. I thought he was going to be one of the eliminated drivers, but he wasn't. He got himself in there by the skin of his teeth in P16.
Yep. Looks like we're basically single file now. Looks like we got a battle going on for 9th or 8th.
It's kind of a double pack with 2 cars as the pinch cars in between in 7th and 6th place at the moment. Farouche and Space Deer should be working together. I can imagine Demonic will not be trying to work with them at all.
Oh no, if I had to guess, he's probably going to go for the pass the first chance he gets.
No, I would say so. Perush is trying to defend Space Deer. I don't think he should be trying to do that.
Yep, and there goes Demonic.
Yeah,
Going
outside.
for the pass on Space Deer, gets into Space Deer's door, actually.
Oh, Wade goes wide. He needs to watch out for Fan.
Looks like they're all good to go there. Demonic's going to try for the pass on Space Deer again. But just won't be able to get it done, as Space Deer did have the preferred inside line there.
Just now starting lap 12.
Now he might be able to.
Let's move to the front of the pack, see if anything's changed up here. Doesn't look like it. Death has not let these two go because he knows he can't. He's got to keep hold of them. Browning and Jaden working with it. Oh yeah, Browning and Jaden working really well together.
Demonic has finally completed the pass on Space Deer. Now Wade's going to try to pass him.
Somebody just hit the box. I'm not sure who that was. Wolverine,
I'm not
P16. Yeah, he's made an early box. Very early box.
Wonder if maybe you had some damage or something.
That's very possible, yeah. Oh, careful, 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 guys, careful. There we go. So all the ABR, yeah, all the ABR and DBM cars are in. So that's basically nearly 12 cars that have just pitted there. All the ABR and DBM cars.
Pretty much the whole field at that point.
It is basically, yes.
But in the long run, it'll definitely pay off because these cars that are staying out are going to have to pit under caution.
Axiv has just had a problem. Axiv ran into the pits too fast. I don't think his car even stopped for fuel. So he's going to be swearing at himself at the moment. Too quick on entry, and the game hasn't picked him up on his stop. He's going to have to box again this lap.
Damn.
That, or he's just going to run the car out to the end of its fuel range. No, he's going to box.
Nope, yeah. He's going to go back and he's going to make sure he slowed down this time.
Yep, he was just a little bit too quick on entry that last time around, and that's going to take him all the way down to the last place. So he's going to need a caution.
Yep.
So our leader, without making a stop yet, of course, is Jaden. Or did Jaden already make a stop?
I don't believe so.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't made a stop yet. All these cars behind him are basically blue flag cars. And a lot of those cars missed. Yeah, a lot of those cars, I wasn't just Axiv, I don't think, missed their box. Oh, come on, Perush.
Oh, and Jaden was just spun. Oh, and we got a guy in the air rolling.
Wow, that's not on. Yeah, Perush gave him way.
Got quite a bit of damage from that.
That's the caution. Caution will be out.
Has to be. Yeah, we had a guy go up and over. Definitely the worst wreck I've seen here at Homestead, though.
Oh yes, by a long shot. That was a flip into the fence. If that was in real life, he'd be dead.
Yeah, he'd be done for the race, and he'd probably be walking out of here with a lot of bruises and maybe even a couple of broken ribs.
Yep. Absolutely, it was a huge wreck.
Man, even with all my days of racing at Daytona, I haven't seen a wreck like that yet.
No, nor I. That was probably the biggest one I've ever seen at Homestead. I've seen bigger ones at Daytona, but I've never seen anything like that here at Homestead. That was a really big wreck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all like what I said. You know, if you're faster than the guy in front of you, don't run him over, let off, and, you know, just have some common sense. Just let off.
Precisely. Yeah, precisely. I imagine Perush is going to be sending Jaden some apologies there. It was most definitely his fault.
Oh, yeah. The tempers are probably flaring in that party right now.
No, I would say so. Usually are. It's NASCAR. It's like that in real life, too.
Yep.
Perush is going to go get his lap back. Lucky boy.
Yep.
Browning's had a good start. P4 near the front with the big boys after taking his first stop. Just waiting for Perush to do his lap. Get back on the lead lap.
He'll be caught up by the time these guys are getting into turn 2, so.
Stay on board with Browning. He's got a pretty good view of everything here. And a good view behind. About to go green.
Yep. And we're green.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go again. Hopefully, no wrecking. Well, not as much wrecking this time. Browning's got a good push here. He's pushing Deathbro around the outside of Hawk. I'm not so sure if that's going to work, though. No, it's not. It's not. Hawk is going to defend for all his life. No, Death's gone back down the inside. Yep. He's made the move. Oh, careful, Hawk. Gotta give him a
at this point, Death will get it because Death has some guys behind him pushing him, so...
Yeah, precisely. Browning's given a good hard push here. He could very well find himself up in the P1. D-Dog is yet to make a box, I think. So, you really could say that Death is leading the race at the moment.
Yep.
I could be wrong. Oh, there is a car all the way at the back. P16.
Must have been an accident.
Yes, he's been in a big wreck. He's even lost his rear wing. Wow, okay.
Damn.
Not a great start for him today.
No, it's definitely not. But hey, you know, it's only lap 21. We got 150 something left to go, so, you know, anything can happen. It's still anyone's race.
It is a very long way to go, but he is about to get lapped here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
D-Dog all the way up high. Looks like Death has taken the lead. And then Browning's going to have a look at Hawk here. Might as well. But nothing silly either.
Death making a very risky move right there, coming down with that.
Ooh, careful CR7, you're almost entirely off the track there. Wolverine's made a good start to the race. Hopefully you can keep it going.
Yeah, all the way to P4.
Somebody else is in the box again. This is Aixiv again. Aixiv's in the pits again. There's something wrong with his pit box today.
Has to be.
This is going to be an uphill struggle day for him. Oh, D-Dog's dropped right off. He's into the wall. Do we have a caution?
Looking at Aixiv damage and stuff, he doesn't have any, so...
Well, he must have got it fixed this time around, but it's a bit too late. He's already 2 laps down. He's going to need 2 cautions, which isn't hard to get. Oh, careful, Wolverine. That was your fault. talking to people about being not so aggressive.
Oh, Jaden's stopping on the track, or on the... just off the track on the backstretch.
Needs to get off the track. That's Fan? Fan is just dropped off the side of the track. Oh no, no.
So is Aixiv.
No, come on, careful guys.
Aixiv stopped on the front stretch.
Yeah, there must be some sort of party failure.
Party issues.
Yeah, it's a party failure. It's a party failure. That's what's happened here.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to join party. Okay. How come I got invited? I'm in here. What am I in here for?
I didn't mean.
Okay, just give me a moment because we've got to get Xerexa back in the party. We've had a party disconnect. And that's what that was about. Everyone's just getting caught up now. If you are a lap down, you may get 1 lap back. Looks like Aixiev's only 1. Yeah, I would say so. Prosh is all the way down the road. He needs to turn around and come back.
Yeah.
They're all probably arguing their positions right now. That'll be up to Fan and yeah, that'll be up to Fan and Aixiv to sort out. Hopefully everybody gets caught up here. Mr. Monic, he needs to turn around.
Exit must think that I'm great.
Yeah, he's just doing it automatically, I think. Don't worry about it. Jaden's just exited the box. You got damage from that, yeah, that's fine, because he did get damage from that disconnected party, so he can pit and move back and take his position. There he is. Axiv and Fan will be sorting out positions now. We do have one DNF. Hitman's DNF'd. Yep, Hitman's out of the race.
Wonder if he
Hard to say, really. I guess we'll find out later.
I believe right now the positions.
Yeah.
That's still trying to get everything.
I think there's a debate going on. And a red flag at the moment, so they just need to figure out exactly who's where. This is why we have race directors. I'm sure they're figuring it out.
I have.
We got one more DNF as well. Wade is DNF'd. Just give me a moment, I'm gonna check the chat to see what's going on. There we go, we are back underway, it looks like. Somebody's pulled over here. Oh no, maybe not. Roche has pulled over. Oh no, he's been told to slow down probably. Yeah, he has.
And then Jaden.
The good old famous Xbox Live chat. Not so good, unfortunately. So in the lead we have I'm Deathbro, P1, P2 we have Hawk, P3 we have Wolverine, 4th is Browning, 5th is South7, 6th is Demonic, 7th is Kart Racer, 8th is Rhino, 9th is D-Dog, 10th is TTVA Perush, 11th is Jaden, 12th is LSR Space Deer, and 13th is Fan. Following Fan is 14th Axie. We have 2 DNFs. DNFs are Wade and Hitman. Going on board for restart now. Go on board with Browning for this restart.
I went at the
Oh no! Yeah, Wolverine. He just didn't go, did he? He just missed the start and just got. Well, there's nothing Demonic could have done there. His car just either he missed his shift or something. Yeah. Yes, and he's currently being pushed by Kart Racer. Yeah, Reno got the push, but I'm just wondering whether he's got his teammate on the back of him. Reno, he needs to use that. Fan and Browning door to door. Oh, is Browning having a look down the inside? They're going to go 3 wide into 2. Sorry, 3. I forgot you Americans count 1 corner as 2. I think Axie is still that lap down, isn't he? Yeah. On board with Browning, who just finds himself just behind Fan and Reno. Looks like it's all going on behind them though, so we'll go on board with Jaden. Careful, Jaden. Back of the pack battle really going on here. Plus they've got Axie involved and he wants to get himself unlapped under the next portion, which there probably will be one. Or probably more than one. He can still get himself back into this race. Oh, Perush grabs a little bit of that apron on entry. Good thing he went wide there. Space Deer is alongside him. Pack is getting a little bit spread out at the moment. Looks like it's Fan running wide there into turn 4 and 3 and 4. So Browning's got the pass done. Monic's back in the fight. He had dropped off a fair bit from that contact with Wolverine. All that's going on in front. Browning's on the outside. It looks like. I'm not sure who's in sixth there in the middle. It's all happening. That's Van. I'm not sure who that is in P6. I'll move forward to him. It's Reno.
That is Reno.
Yep. And he's Bangmobile. Hopefully Browning and Reno are working together. They're our teammates after all. Looks like that little pack is about to become one big one, all the way from 5th down to last place. Ooh, who was that that just got into the wall at the back? It's a red and white car, I think. Dog. Oh dear. Not the best start of the race for him. Maybe he's got some damage there too, because he's really dropping off. Okay, so just must have got a really bad run off the corner. Probably lost a lot more speed than I first thought. Ooh, Jaden's having a look. Look out, he's here. He's here to play. So is Perush as well. Oh, and he's in the wall. Reno's in the wall. Perush has put him in there. Surely that's going to be a caution. Let's check see if he's got any damage on his car. Doesn't look like he's got any damage. Can't be bringing out cautions if there's no damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, brake damage, yeah, he has. My overlay won't let me see that, unfortunately. So they are no doubt going to go get, and that should put both of them back on the lead lap. Here we go, we're off and we're rolling. Jaden got a terrible start. seemed like Jaden got an awful jump. Oh, just a racing incident, that one. They're all getting just too argy-bargy there at the back, and yep, around they went. And that's what happens when, yep, when things get a little bit too heated. On board with Demonic now. Very surprising. Yes, he is currently in a comfortable P6, being pushed by Space Deer. Just recently picked up by ABR last race. Space Deer yet to get his first podium in NASCAR, but I'm looking forward to it. I think, you know, actually no, he might have got a podium last time out. I don't remember. Anyway, hasn't got his first win yet. I know that for sure. Is today going to be that day? We'll see. Drive of the day so far. Aiksev had a shocking first section of his race where he's missing pit boxes and getting taken out. He's crawled his way back from 2 laps down to being P8 on the lead lap. And very well. Move a little bit further forward on board with Fan. Goes Kart Racer and CR7 for company. Oh, they're going to run it 3 wide. No, they're not. That was smart there by Kart Racer. He could have easily just thrown his car down the middle of that too. Space Deer's been hung out to dry on the outside there. Aikesev's got the pass done, and now he's hunting down Demonic. He is, and our front two are who we expected, Hawk and Death at the front, with Fan and Kart Racer not too far away. If they make a mistake, they're going to catch them. We're going to Yep, he's going to throw it. I knew he was going to do that. And he gets it done. Yep. I think Demonic's just going to let him by. Going to try and... He's got to try and slot in here. Yep, he's going to slot in, I think. No, Wolverine's giving him a push. If anyone goes out to the left of Wolverine right now, they can get a pass done. Oh, that's a tight one there. He's got to slot in now, Demonic. He's got to slot right in there. There we go, so he's slotted in now. Aikesev's got the move done. Now he's up to P6. Now, is he charging back to the front or what? This hasn't been the best start of the day for those three. Not even 1/3 of the way through the race yet though, so a very long way to go. We've been under green for a little while now. Been good.
Yep, mine.
Oh, careful, Demonic. What's Wolverine going to do? Yeah, it doesn't look like Space D is going to work. He's around the outside of him. Jaden's getting involved now. He's going to give Space D a push. Demonic, the big loser in that particular set of corners. He finds himself back down in 8th. Oh, Demonic needs to be careful here. He's got that Chevy on his inside. Space steer. Like Jaden's going to give Demonic a push. Oh, don't go down too far. This is all going to be one pack here pretty soon, except for the front two. It looks like Axiv and Wolverine are catching that 3-car pack ahead of them. Yep. And with Axiv as the lead car there, who's arguably the quickest car around here, they're going to catch that front three pretty quickly. Ooh, bit of a touch up. Yeah, I don't know. He must have had it. Oh, is Demonic going to have a Wolverine? No, he thinks twice about it. Demonic trying to turn in, but Space Deer was right there. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, that was close. Lucky that wasn't a wreck. He got into Demonic on the entry, and that kind of sent him a little bit sideways. He had to regather it back onto the apron, and now he finds himself dropping way back.
Third, fourth, and fifth.
Yeah, Axiv was just about caught him. A bit of lag there for some reason. Is there a caution?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I just had a bit of either some lag or a glitch. No, fans DNF'd. Yep, fans out. Yep, there's a blown motor. Fan has a blown motor. He's going to be absolutely livid. Gonna go down onto the pit wall now. See if there's any comments about that. There we go, got a message from the fan. I'll just check that now. Yep, that's confirmed. Fanny's out of the race. We're going to talk to him now. It's a blown motor. Somebody going through the pit lane. Just going to check it to see who that is going through the pits. It's Browning. Okay, so we got just making sure you got your mic on there, Fan. You got it added.
And there you go.
You'll have to speak up to make sure everyone can hear you. So, geez, mate, a blown motor today. Not much you can really do about it. Mechanics need to do their job, I suppose, for you to win races and stay out there. How'd that happen? Just suddenly went on you, or were you getting some lag prior?
There's a little bit of lobby lag throughout the whole race. Caused a couple guys to disconnect. So I'm a bit worried about that, especially to where I have a couple more users on my internet than usual. So I think that's what really affected it. So.
Well, bad luck, mate. That's just, gosh, I mean, there's just nothing worse than lagging out of a race, honestly, especially for your points. But there's always next week, mate, so you come back strong then.
Yep. Mind if I join you up here in the booth?
Yeah, you can join us in the booth if you want.
This will be interesting. It's so weird seeing NASCAR rules.
Wolverine, Demonic and Jaden all absolutely going for it at the moment. Hopefully there's not going to be any wrecks. This is the PUBG trio, we're going to call it.
And I can tell you now, guys, for sure, before unfortunately had that disconnect, we are coming up on pit stops, green flag pit stops. So.
Yep, pretty soon. Looks like DBM and ABR are on the same strategy today.
Yeah, had all the cars clustered together, hit on pit road, but it also caused some issues to where some of the cars did not get serviced, with all the cars being bunched up together and fast entering speed.
It wasn't that. It was just the cars entering the pits too fast. That's the thing around here, so you gotta slow it down a bit before you enter. Otherwise, you just shoot straight past your box, which is what happened to Exif.
Yep, now there goes cars in pit lane. So, practically DBM and AVR cars on pit road.
Demonic's gonna exit P2. He must have entered too fast. Kart Racer and Demonic have entered the pits too fast. And they've paid it. They've paid for it. Let me just check their telemetry at the moment. Oh no, wait a sec. Oh, that was just mucking up on me. It was stupid foursome. No, they definitely got their pit stops done. Yep, he does.
Yep. And now with this, the car should be good until round lap 20 to lap 21. Should be that should be the next round of pit stops that we'll be able to run in through. And you see leader J.R. Reno making his stop.
Yeah, taking a couple more laps. Probably just didn't want to get rear-ended into the box. Probably a good idea, actually.
Yeah, we had, I remember the issue between now the leader, Hawk, and Death Row at Indianapolis. Had an issue to where it was just a bunch of guys leaving pit road, and then for a short period of time, after you leave the pit lane, your cars are ghosted. So in other words, you can't hit each other. And then afterwards, there's a certain point, you don't know when that is, but the cars are going to unghost, and then if you're so close together, that could be so easy to have a wreck coming out of the pit lane. So that's probably what Reno was just trying to avoid, because that is something that you can very easily get caught up in. So now it appears from that last run, flipped. Oh yeah, for sure.
P7, we've got Jaden. He's pushed right through, hasn't he? He's gone from 2 laps down to 4th position. The bike has dropped off the back of that pack he was leading, so not the best of pit stops for him.
Yeah, he's been having some issues throughout the season. He hasn't been quite to where he wants to be in all areas in terms of him wanting a stronger connection, not having quite the pace at some tracks, and also just overall just bad luck. It could come down to a lot of factors onto why, but demonic for sure. Maybe it will come later on in the season to where he can get the podium and then work his way up into points.
Absolutely. He back in the day before you guys were here, me, him, Vortex, and a guy called Rick, Uncle Rick. We would run races all the time, and we were the guys that you had to look out for. Demonic is a good driver. He's just struggling to adapt to this new age of NASCAR driver.
Guy that I was actually looking out for, and probably should look out for in this race, is actually the guy currently in 6th position, which that is Kart Racer. Kart Racer, I've raced with him in the past. He's a very good, very experienced driver in Forza in general. He's an excellent oval racer. He's a very good road racer, but it's NASCAR where he excels. And this track he actually can perform very, very well at. He's done well around other cars in the draft, and he's been consistent when he's around another car. I think the one thing that he's just trying to find is trying to keep pace of the leaders, because the leaders, and I'm talking about Death Row and Hawk, they really love to pull away. And it's almost like they're on cruise control too, and they're pulling away, and that can aggravate some of these guys who feel like they can have the pace but can't get it unless they're up there. Yeah, I have been in that situation personally as a driver at this track, where I was about 3-4 laps down, and it took me a while, but I was able to get back up on the lead lap, contend for a good finish. But then you never know how it can go, because you can easily catch up with the tier 2 safety cars, because very, very rarely that you can catch up with just your pace, just the pace that you're holding. But for sure, safety cars help you, and also just having really, really good experience that Axel has, because he knows how to drive this track very, very well.
We definitely seen that in qualifying.
That 3-car pack, 4th, 5th, and 6th, they're making time on TTV in 3rd place.
Yep, TTV has dropped off the back of the leaders and he's about to box because he was at 4% fuel the last time I looked. So he's probably at 1% now, so he's going to have to box. Yeah, but he's going to need a safety car to catch him.
For sure. Even with the... Well, that's what me, Cart, and CR were trying to run earlier, and we really couldn't run it well because we were trying to debate on who should be the lead car. Because we were all on around equal pace at the time. But here they might have a chance because Exif by far has the most pace out of those 3 drivers right there. And also, right behind Exif, BBM teammate CR7. So CR7, he's going to do the best that he can to propel Exif and hopefully propel this whole chain. So it might work out for them, but I really don't know if they're going to catch up without the safety car.
It's definitely going to be required, I think. Hawk and Death, I think they were 2nd and 3rd or 2nd and 4th in qualifying. So, really, for these 3 here to catch, there's got to be something going on at the front or at some part of the track. There's got to be cautions, otherwise it's going to just run through the pit stop process, and obviously it's going to just finish, one of the top 2 there, either Death or Hawk. Yeah, he's not having the best of days. He hasn't had the best of the last 2 to 3 weeks. He's really got to lift his game. His driving really hasn't been up to scratch. And I would say I'm probably going to be having a chat with him after this race, assuming he doesn't do well in this race. Yeah, but you never know. Safety cars can happen. Opportunities can be taken, and you just never know. You can go from last to first. I've won a race from 3 laps down. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yep. And it's just the way the league is set up to where we can have those opportunities, and we've had that many that many occasions occur because we've had many winners who have come down from laps down. So anything is very, very much possible. And I'm thinking what's happened a little bit here, because I'm very, not so much shocked, but I'm very intrigued actually that, okay, so the top 2 cars, First place, JD Max Hawk. That is a DBM car. Second place, I'm Death Bro. That's an ABR car. The two cars, opposite teams, they're smart enough drivers to where, okay, we don't need to battle each other. But still, since they're not really teammates, how are they still pulling away is my big question.
Hold on, wait. Big news. I think Axib is disconnected. No, he hasn't. Look at that. I thought he did because I just seen. No, it's not Axib. Who is it? It's Wolverine's DNF'd. Oh,
Wolverine.
He's out. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. No. Oh, Death Bro making a move on Hawk. Inside of him. Not gonna have. I don't think he's gonna have that straightaway speed coming off 4. He didn't side draft him. Not gonna have it. Gonna pull back behind him. The reason why Death Bro is probably going to want to get ahead of him right now, he knows that we're nearing the 100 lap mark, and then in a very short amount of time after the 100 lap marker, we're going to have pit stops. He really is going to want to be ahead of Hawk so that he can be ahead of him during the pit cycle, because at this point, what position you're in is what position you're going to come out of during the pit cycle, because DBM and ABR are seeming to run the same strategy today. So, since they're really running the same strategy, it's really, really crucial for track position. So, that's going to play the big factor in who's going to get out ahead, because the next pit stop that will come up, that'll be the final pit stop. But, of course, there's probably going to be safety cars, but still, through the pit cycles, you can gain that track position. For Death Bro, when he did make that move, I wasn't sure if that was just because he got up to him or he really just wants to get around him before this next stop. Because if he were trying to get to them, here's a mistake that I'm seeing a lot of guys making. So the way that it works here, especially in turns 3 and 4, it's a little different in 1 and 2. But in 3 and 4 at this track, if you get to the inside of them, but then you're at their door coming off of 4, one thing that I'm not seeing is that the car, when they fall off to the corner, they can still have another overtaking opportunity coming to turn 1. And that's when they do have to get relatively close, take some air off the right side of your car. And when you're able to do that, you are able to keep with them rather than them pulling away from you. And that's when a lot of guys are trying to overtake on ovals, I'm seeing a lot of guys not doing that. And that's really causing a lot of guys to fall off with that pace into where they can't reach it while they're racing other drivers. And that 3-car chain, Active CR and Kart, they have made a slight bit of time. They've made up half a second, but over a time frame of around 10 laps. Going back in the pack to 6th and 7th. You have Jaden and Space Deer trying to get that pair working together. It's a long distance to get to Cartons.
Yep, looks like there could be damage there. We may have a caution. Okay, so it looks like we are going to stay green.
Yeah, and were they in a 3-car chain with Rena up ahead of them? Were they in a... Yeah, one thing that a lot of guys have to stay cautious about, when you're running in a multiple car tandem, it's a tendency for at least one of the cars in that chain to brake tight. Not brake loose, because that's only cars really under bumper entering and exiting. But in the middle of the corner, if someone's still on your bumper, your car will actually brake tight, and that can really hurt you on corner exit because you're not expecting it. And that will be a situation to where, yeah, you might have to feather the throttle in order to avoid hitting the wall, but still feathering the throttle, that slows you down. Unless you say something to the cars around you, that can really affect it, and that's what I think is what happened there. Because Demonic, it's looking like he's running a slight bit tight in the center of 3 and 4. He hasn't found his car exactly where he wants to settle into. So, the best thing Demonic can do is not fight the car. Oh! Demonic, Reno, around, back straight away. So that's going to bring out a yellow. Yep.
Most definitely. I was just eating my ice cream, taking a bit of a break from the commentary box, and just as I came back, I was walking over, and I could sense there was something that was going to happen there between Browning and Demonic, and you know what? It happened.
Yeah, Demonic and I was
Yeah, good save by Reno, but Demonic, looked like what happened in that situation there. Demonic, he really got to Reno's bumper on turn 1. That's where this really all started. Turn 1, Demonic really got to the bumper of Reno. He actually did get to the bumper of him. And then Reno started to slide up, but guess who got the run? That third place car. Or, no, that third car in the chain, sorry, which was Browning. Browning gets up to him. He gets up to the outside of Demonic. Demonic tries to side draft, and Browning looked like he wanted to come down a bit, but then still coming off the corner, it was just too much of a cluster, too much to handle at the same time, and this is the result that you get 2 cars spinning down to the inside. But great job by Reno being able to save it, but Demonic couldn't keep it off the wall.
That's definitely
Yeah, this should make for an interesting restart, because I'm sure that what we've been seeing, I'm not sure if the timers are slightly off with the slight lag that has happened in the lobby, but it has been occurring to where all of a sudden the guys at the front, we all go at the same time, but it seems that the top couple of cars, so the top 4 cars, they just can't get going. So many guys in the back get such a huge run, and it causes a lot of the guys in front to block for chaotic starts, and really puts guys in an uncomfortable position. And that's to where, at this track at least, safety cars can breed a lot more safety cars off the starts. So it's just having a lot of guys needing to be careful. Yeah, that's for sure one thing the guys have to look out for. Here's all the cars I've caught up. Actually, most likely have a camera. And there they go. So, right here on the straightaway, we might see a couple guys get that run. CR7, he didn't quite get, he had a pretty good start, but he couldn't quite get there. Active, he's not going to be able to pull up to the bumper of Death Row by the time they get to turn 3. Space Steer making a big move on the inside back there. Space Steer trying to hold that inside, but Space Steer, inexperienced oval racer, he couldn't get to that position. Now he's going to tuck back in line. Active, now right on the bumper of Death Row. Death Row, he's probably going to fight for it. He's going to probably want to wait for his teammates to get caught up to him, with Jaden in 4th place. Well, Jaden, he tends to work with Death Row a lot, so that can be a help to him.
Oh, someone's in the wall. Is that Reno?
Oh, is that?
I think it was Reno in the wall.
Kart Racer.
It says, yeah, Perussian kart racer.
Yeah,
Porsche again.
got caught
Porsche
up.
again, once again, finding himself in trouble. And he's definitely going to have a big look to him at the end of this race.
Perush, one thing that Perush has, and one thing that I'm noticing with Perush, he has decent pace. He can have, at some days, he can even have top 5 pace, and can run consistent top 10 pace. But the thing is, Perush, he's not making the wisest of choices when he's getting around other drivers. One, he has the pressure of sort of a pack of cars all around him. He's wanting to try and run one standalone line, and it's really something that maybe he's just not the best in the draft, but he can run a good lap time. So it's just more consistency that he needs to find in the car. Perush, he definitely has the potential in him to be up here with the top 5, top 3 guys. He has that pace that he can find on his own, but he just can't quite find it in a group of cars.
Yes, and that is the most important thing, because there's no points for qualifying. You need to be able to do the job in a pack of cars while racing, because that's where the points are handed out.
Yeah. I did the best that I could. Yeah, Wolverine giving a quick comment after he lagged out. Was a good race. He loved that there was a lot of good, clean, respectful racing tonight. And there has been. You might be surprised, so you have a driver on hand who is just in that lobby, but one thing that was in that lobby that was very different compared to other races, the lobby is actually relatively quiet. and they're really keeping it to where they're only making race communication possible. So really clean, respectful race going on throughout the drivers. Yeah, Death Bro making the move on Hawk. Hawk staying tight on that outside so then he can get the drive off. Causes both of them to go tight, but Axe is going to have the run. Axe is going to most likely going to try and stick with his teammate.
Death has still got that inside though.
Yeah, Death, he stayed in that same position. That's the position I'm talking about. A lot of guys, they couldn't get that drive off, but you can stay with them. Even though you're not going to have the straightaway speed, you can still stay with him. Death, he's a smart driver. He's staying tight to Hawk's door. Him being able to stay tight to his door is going to be able to have him be there. He's not going to quite overtake him yet. Ooh. Getting close. Oh. Death really did not give the room to Hawk right there. Some tight racing now. Jaden going to be close to the bumper of Death, so that's going to create interesting sights. And guys, we're coming up on the pit cycles, and they're starting to battle out. This is going to allow Hawk to pull away a little bit, but he cannot pull away by himself. One thing that Hawk is best for his intentions to do is to stay in his line. To stay in his line, let the other guys work around him rather than him needing to block or work away from it. Yep, X's might have that position there. Yeah. One thing, Death, he didn't decide to stay to the inside of X's like he did with Hawk, is because he has help behind him. When you have help behind him, it's better for you to actually tuck in line rather than you wanting to stay on that door or panel. But when you have that help, it's actually better to stay back in line rather than contend for that. Exit, he ran that corner a little wide. Death Row's going to get the run with him. He has help from Jaden. For sure. Yeah. And it's going to be interesting for the pit cycles when they come up. Oh, one car get up in the wall?
Yeah.
Hey.
Wasn't a big hit actually. It was kind of a... Axiv was turning in too much and Jaden wasn't turning in enough.
Death Bro to the inside of Hawk.
No, he won't, but he does have space to
Hawk. He's going to be able to get it.
Do we have a
They're
caution?
making their stop. Jaden's on pit road. No, they're still racing for it. Jaden went on to pit road. Two drivers on pit road. I didn't see who that other car was. I believe it was Reno. Not 100% sure. It's still two DBM cars to one ADR car. This is going to be interesting to see what happens here. There goes Death Row, ABR into pit lane. No, I believe they're going to hand in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Yep, there they go.
They'll be put out of sequence here, so that lap car won't be a problem.
Yep. Now they're on the pit lane. Demonic, that might skip over his box.
It will.
Currently, Death Row.
No, he's boxing. No, he got it there.
6. And 3 and 4 Death Row is. These cars, they're going to be either... Ooh, very close. Here comes the cars. Here comes Death Row. All these cars.
Death Row's going to go outside.
Outside, but that's going to force him in a line that he does not want to run. These cars are going to be out in front of him. He's going to get back to his position to where he was before in second, but that's going to keep Hawk ahead. Yeah, but this is going to keep Hawk ahead.
Oh, can't overtake off the
Race
road,
car.
Space 2. That's off the road. That's an illegal overtake. He has to give that back.
Maybe that was a forced issue, to where
I'm not
maybe
sure.
Space Deer doesn't feel that he has to give that up.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure, but it's very possible that CR7 did lose a bit of speed there on exit, and that's why Spacey had to take to the underneath the yellow line. But if it wasn't, he does have to give that position back.
Yeah. Well, it's a white line here in Homestead. Daytona is the only place to where for sure you can't go below. You can't overtake below that white line. It's okay for you to go below there, but you just can't overtake there. But at Daytona, it's a little different at Daytona because you cannot cross that line as a whole while you're at Daytona.
Oh, no, you can't. No, definitely not.
And that would only be to avoid a wreck. So, in other words, no. I'm sorry, I gotta point it out on this screen. Paint scheme of this race. Hourly Hawk, Spotify car. That's a really nice car. I pointed that out in the beginning of the race. It's a really nice car. With a semi-gloss finish. So... semi-gloss, or it might be matte. I don't know. So, now... there is no more pit cycles they have to go through. And cars are spread out, so a less likely chance of a caution, but there still is that chance. XFE's trying to keep pace. CR7 making a move inside of Jaden for 5th position. And Demonic and Browning, they're going to catch, and they're going to get right up to him. Ooh, Browning got a bit of the bumper to Demonic. He had to get off the gas because he got really loose off turn 2. CR falling back in line. Now making the move again at the line. This could be an interesting battle right here for the top 5. Because you have Browning who's trying to get... No, that was Jaden who was outside.
Oh, Jaden's got into the...
that wall.
Yeah, Jaden just got into Browning.
Ooh.
That's right. Browning went down the inside. He was right there, and then Jaden turned down on him. Browning's not going to be happy with that. That was a bit of an aggressive move there by the young man.
Am I seeing a delayed stream? Yeah, with the overtaking speed that you can get on these cars, it might not be that situation at Daytona unless you're working with other guys. But for sure at Indianapolis and at Homestead, there is points to where if you don't run the smoothest corner, especially on exit, you can have a car that seems like they're going a couple miles an hour faster than you, but in reality they're actually keeping the same speed with you. It's just the way that these cars react to that you're gonna see that difference in overtaking. And sometimes you can put a hard block or you can put a hard stop to that overtake, but it's for best intentions that almost don't quite do it that aggressively. Oh, see how I got Demonic behind him. No, it's for Demonic's best bet that he actually just stays behind CR7. He's a DBM teammate, so he can stay with him in order to work their way around Space Deer if they really want to get around. But it's looking like CR, he's really just wanting to stay in line right now, which personally I would not with the gap that he has to try and make up. They're maybe trying to where they can get up to X's and form a longer chain.
It is very hard to stay in a 3-car pack, especially with the front runners on this track. I know that from experience.
Yeah, one thing that some drivers need to understand that when you are running in these packs, or when you run in a pair, if you know how to work that pair very well, the one thing that they're working really well is the bubble. The bubble, as much as you hate it, it's on every single oval in this game. It's on Daytona, it's on Homestead, and it's on Indianapolis. All these places, the bubble is there. And the way
Oh,
that you
CR7's around.
that, oh!
Bit of sim steering there. Yeah, but does he have damage, I wonder? That's going to be interesting. Does he have damage?
Oh, he slowed down to pit lane.
He's in the pits though.
He slowed down getting into pit lane. He might have gotten clutch damage in order to try and save that car.
That's a caution. Yep, that's a caution.
Yeah. That's one thing you have to lug out for.
Bit of sim steering, exit of 2, yep. The car got a little bit loose, and I think he might have had a little bit of a helping hand from the car behind him. It wasn't intentional, and just got a tiny little bit loose. Had a bit of air taken off the back of the suspension, and the car just wanted to spin. You're lucky he actually held it as well as he did.
Yeah, with simulation steering and how he loves to run it, one thing that that a lot of people with sim steering, including me myself, I like to run sim steering on ovals. When the car breaks loose like that, it's your best thing not to actually try to correct it. It's your best intention to actually keep driving the sucker. And when you keep driving it, even though you're sideways, you are able to stay with the car, and then you can guide it just in a different direction, not on the track. But it looked like what he tried to do was that he did try to maybe get into that braking a little too early, a little too late. By doing that, he might have sustained substantial damage that could have damaged his motor, could have damaged his transmission, and actually can damage your steering. Most people think that your steering can only be damaged if you hit the wall, but there actually is some cases to where if you do tweak with your clutch and your engine, you can gain steering damage from that. Oh yeah, and that's what I mean by driving the car, not you trying to like hold the brake. You really have to try and get back into it. So all the cars caught up.
Yep, we're gonna go green here
Looks like they're
soon.
gonna go green on the back. There they go.
There they go. Yep. The Modic got a shocking start. He missed his shift.
Yeah, back down there. Oh, one car around. They held it. D-Dog.
He was involved there.
The wall. He's just trying to correct it. It was D-Dog. One car got to the inside of him. Speaking about inside, Death Pro, inside of Hawk.
Yep, he's going for the lead.
Hawk, he's gonna have the drive off. He's gonna have that drive off, and actually he's gonna catch up through this. "35 laps to go. This is actually a prime time for these guys to battle."
Oh,
Death Pro not giving
careful!
the room and up in the wall.
Oh, I think what happened there, it wasn't that he wasn't giving room. Hawk was on his rear right quarter panel as they were exiting the corner, and they got caught together. And when these cars at such high speed get caught together like that, it's so hard to get out of each other. And as you can see now, they're out the back. Just a little bit of bad luck.
Yeah, they were doing everything correctly to try and keep with each other, but the only time when they get caught up together, and it's really hard to get out of it, it's when Hawk's left front wheel gets caught up in Death's right rear wheel. When those two wheels get together, it's almost like they have a hook in a slot. Just right there, they just stick.
Can I just highlight something right now? Look, he's in second place.
Browning. Oh wow.
Browning is there, and he's going to be giving this his absolute all. He's going to be chucking his kitchen sink at this. So watch out! Fireworks are about to begin.
Yeah, it's very, very devastating to have to be running good all race long, and then right there, just have that occur. And that was just racing. That was, there's no way to put it, that's just racing. That's two cars battling for the lead, trying to stick with each other, and then neither driver made a mistake. Neither driver made an absolute mistake there. It's just, it might have been, he might have caught up, sliding up a bit, and the car didn't want to settle the way he wanted to. And Hawk, he was right on the wall, so he wanted to come down a little more so then he can get that drive off. But it was just twist and turn, and that's what happened.
Browning's got to stay cool here because there's still quite a few laps to go. There could be another caution. Nothing silly. Just needs to hold on to the back of Axiv's car, wait for about 3 to go, and then send it. He's got to be defensive here. Just drive a normal race.
But Browning, the thing is, he's really showing not being defensive at all. He's really wanting to be the aggressor. He's pulled out line a couple times from active, and that's really wanting to show that Browning, he wants to go. Here's the thing, Browning, this is not really the best time to get going. Maybe if this were 15 to go, I can understand, because you're not going to have that many opportunities to get back up to the bumper. But right here, this is how many laps to go?
Got a few. Yeah, about 28 laps to go. But at the same time, you got to remember, look who's behind him. You've got Demonic directly behind Browning at the moment, and Browning knows he's literally in a DBM sandwich here. So Browning's got to fight. He's got to punch, because if he doesn't punch, he's going to get knocked out, as they say.
Yeah, he's going to get knocked out, but then that's going to put him in a bad place.
Demonic is getting very aggressive on those entries. He's turning in very early. Browning needs to watch that, because...
Caution's out.
Oh, okay, we do have a caution. Who's that in the pits? Oh, and Reno's on the side of the road too there. Scary spot.
That is D-Dog in the pit lane, so D-Dog... looks like he's just making a stop, running down a little bit of damage from an incident with Reno. You know who's probably really happy right now?
Who's that?
Death Bro. Death Bro and Browning. They're probably really happy people right now.
Yeah, Death probably very happy with that caution. That's going to get him back into the race. We still got quite a few to go. He could push up towards first place if he gets a good restart here.
Being called?
I think so. Yes, there's a red flag.
Yeah. Race director actually pulling to the inside or the out of bounds. Waiting for everyone to slow down. That's an indication that calling a red flag.
Yeah.
Yep. Just been having a lot of issues this race. And a lot of guys were suggesting while they were in there that it's because of how long the lobby stays sitting from when you actually start practice to all the way to the race. So,
Like, that could be.
yeah, it could be. Because it's not necessarily people's connections. Because some people who disconnected their connections were actually running pretty fine. Like Wolverine, his connection.
Oh, he didn't
really
disconnect. He just had an issue in the real world. He's had a real world emergency to deal with, so he had to leave the race.
Ah, okay. Okay.
I'm not sure why Reno's still in first place. Why he's in first? What's happened there? Reno is just driving around. Reno needs to stop. Yep, he stopped.
Reno thought that, okay, yeah. Reno, maybe he just didn't know that he was on the lead lap, or... Because that can happen sometimes. You just don't know when if you're actually on a lead lap, but really all you have to do is look at your meter, your distance meter. But, and I know that sometimes it can be glitched for when you run the seconds, or the time behind leader. The distance and feet behind leader actually doesn't glitch at all. So,
We are going to be going green here any moment.
This should be interesting because we're going to be at 25 to go. This is going to be to where cars in the back are really going to want to push if they feel they have a chance.
Oh, absolutely. There we go. Green, green, green.
Browning did not get a good start.
Exib seemed to have got a better start than the entire pack. I think he might have jumped that a little bit. Oh, there's a car around the back. Kart race is in the wall, and look who else is involved. What a surprise. Purush. Again, he gets into kart race, so that's the second time.
Wow. Purush, once again, he's really needing to find himself one of the guys in a more comfortable state. It's when a huge cluster of cars like that, we can have many other drivers in that same position where it can actually hold, because we can have surprising moments. We have held 3 wide all the way around the track at this track before. Yeah. Yeah, that might have been the race for Kart Racer. You never know what can happen in the late stages, but but also one thing that they're approaching, cars all the way towards the back are cars that can be running laps down. One thing that they're really looking at, they're not looking at 175. They're looking at lap 170, 172.
Yes, they are, because that'll be 3 to go, and then at that point, it's pretty much send the kitchen sink time.
Yep. That's the lap they're looking at, because past that point, you can no longer have a safety car. So for guys who are lapped down, their race is actually very much shorter than what these other guys here at the front are competing for. Now, not out of it yet, but he will find himself in a hole that it will take a lot of help to get back up to. And that can very much happen. Yeah. Yep. So, 3 cautions. Let's say if one would happen this lap, then it'd be 160. If we go green, happens immediately. Boom. There'll be another one. 4, so around 65. Another 169. So, if they were to happen within this next lap or two, it can happen, but then other than that, be out of it. Is there one car on the wall? Safety! Face steer! Got caught up in the wall, caution's out.
Did he get up there by himself, or was that an accident with somebody else?
He might have gotten a bit of help. Cars that were around him at the time, D-Dog, Death Row, and Reno, those were all guys who were near him. Yeah, he damaged a lot. So space steer does not look like, well, does not look like that he could have done that on his own. So definitely got caught up with another driver. Now
This restart is going to be furious.
now with this here, we have Accident first, Jaden second, Hawk third, Browning fourth, Demonic fifth, CI sixth, Defcon seventh, D-Dog in eighth, Reno ninth, and then Rush in 10th. With all these cars really running to where they all have a chance at it. They have a really good start. A couple guys have a really bad start. Is that with the cluster of cars that are probably going to be hovering around the restart, it's for these guys to really pull out and try to work with your teammates. That's one very big factor on restarts that can affect the way that these guys get around the track.
Yep, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm going to be viewing the front, I'm going to be viewing exits, so I'm going to be looking behind just to see. So,
Yeah.
should be gone soon.
Yep, we're all here. It will be. Kart races there, but he's a few laps down. Spacey's at the back. Browning. Come on, Browning. Send one in there. You need to get a win, mate. It's about time. Let's get it done today. Right here, right now, Browning. Let's do it, mate.
There we go. Green flag. Hawk got a pretty good start. He's trying to stay to the buffer of Jaden. Now he's going to make that move to the inside. He's not going to quite get there. Jaden's going to shut the door. Brown is going to stay on the bumper of Hawk. He's going to give Hawk a huge push. Hawk now trying to work the pass over second place on Jaden.
Jaden's stuck outside, though.
Jaden,
He's been pushed right out there.
outside.
He's going to have to probably redress on the outside and come in behind Browning. It depends on what Hawk does here. He's probably going to slot back in. Oh, Jaden. What's Jaden doing? He's in a little bit of road there.
Looks like maybe he wasn't really happy with Browning there. Active ran wide. Now Hawk to the inside of him. This is not going to be good because now Jaden's going to get a huge run on Active. Hopefully coming out of turn 2. These guys running side by side. This is going to give Jaden and Browning a lot more chances and opportunities to
Oh,
catch back up.
Space is in the wall. Big hit. Whack. Entry turn 1.
Ooh.
Big
And
hit.
look, 5th place, you could potentially get a run on Jaden. Death
Oh,
Row.
Death Row. Yes, he's catching him.
Yeah, Death Row could work his way back up. Oh!
Brownie's giving him a little bit of a touch-up. Just letting him know he's there.
Now, it was all because Hawk didn't run his line up 3 wide second place. Jaden to the inside. Active, he's going to back
Active's
out.
gotta-
of the
he's
front
gotta
by
back
him.
out.
He's going to try to tuck in.
Browning comes down.
Active.
Oh,
he got sandwiched a
move.
bit there.
They need to calm. There, they need to calm down. They need to calm down. They need to calm down.
Browning gives the bump to the Hawk.
Outside. Hold
Not
it.
gonna
Oh, Demonic and CR7 are
There
around.
goes
And there
Wall.
goes D-Dog too. Ooh, Death Bro not giving Browning any help.
He just completely skated around him. Yep, they're going for position. So what caused this huge stack up
Thanks.
in that chain reaction is Hawk didn't get the drive off the corner that and that stacked up a bunch of cars having to run at the same time. Hawk maintained that lead. Yeah, here's the thing. He's in excellent position in the point standings, but he still goes to try and tie the record for 4 wins in a row. It's looking like he's making a move. But still, Hawk didn't have the drive off. Now he's going to have help. Browning debating on what line he's going to go with. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to try to give Hawk that push to stay to the outside of exit.
Try and make him trip over, I suppose. There we go.
Death Bro ran a little wide, not room for comfort. Ran out with a huge run inside of Browning. Death Bro and Hawk getting into it with each other. That's not going to work. That allowed Action to control a little bit of gap. That's really not going to work. Hawk going to drive it indeed. Death Bro, his car's going to slide up a bit right here.
That's in the wall. That's going to be... Oh, that was nearly the wall.
Nope.
Nearly the wall. Wow. They did get out of each other eventually, but goodness me, that was too
Now
close.
they took the gap over fourth place.
It is. Yep.
Now
Each
they're
other's
going
doors.
to be on each other again. What? No, but here's what's helping. Actually, he's controlling the battle behind him. He's on Hawk to get on that straightaway speed on the outside, allowing him to maintain Death Bro, maintaining that corner speed. Axon is really controlling the battle. Death Bro or Hawk is not doing anything.
This is going to be sacrificing Axiv's speed. That's the thing. He's got to run outside on the corners, which means the rest of the pack is now catching.
Yeah, catching, but coming up on this will be 7 laps to go.
Death is clear.
Oh, 6 laps to go, sorry. We're coming up on that window. Hawk gonna have a good run. He had a good middle corner, but unless Extra pulls down to help him, he's not gonna have that straightaway in order to overtake him. Ooh, that got a little too
Hey,
close
there you go. No, Death playing smart there. He didn't want Axiv to give him the draft.
Oh, yeah. Now Hawk needs to fall back in line. Yeah, might not work in that best out for him.
It's time to, yeah, he does, and it's time to send it for Death. And if you look at where Death came from, this has been an absolutely amazing
Both
drive.
these guys, these top
Yeah,
two
I
drivers, where they've been both in this race. X is 2 laps down early into the race. He had plenty of time, got back up, got caught up in a couple of unlucky incidents. Now he's leading the race. Death Bro had a dominant race all day long with around 30-40 to go. Got caught up in an incident that put him all the way to the back, 2 laps down, I believe. And now he's in a position he's going to try to go to the inside right here.
He is, and he's there.
This is going to put X at a huge disadvantage. This is going to put X at a huge disadvantage. I don't think he's going to have that. Death Bro's going to clear him. Oh! Death Bro was ready for that crossover. Death Bro was ready for the crossover. He does not want to give X that inside line. That's if he might have
I think
to do a
Axiv
little
is about
working
to get
right
it.
here.
He's got it.
There he goes. Exit. Oh, both of these guys, such smart drivers. They're going to keep it close. No more cautions for this going on. We're green to the end of this race. Needs to have